Well, two Las Vegas pastors are charged with ripping off taxpayers. It's a case the 8 News Now I-Team has been tracking for 4 years. In a never-before-seen interview, the pastors share their side of the story only to the I-Team. The I-Team's Vanessa Murphy has the story.
Because if you love the Lord.
They were Las Vegas pastors in 2018. Now in 2022, Joe and Regina Bryce are accused of stealing from the healthcare system.
We didn't do what we were accused of doing at all.
The Bryces agreed to an on-camera interview with the 8 News Now I-Team in 2020 while they were being investigated for fraud, but before they were charged.
How concerned are you, Joe and Regina, that the case against you could move forward and you could end up going to prison?
It's not going to happen. We're not concerned at all. We serve a righteous God.
Regina has been indicted for healthcare fraud while she and her husband Joe also face charges that they profited from the alleged scheme. According to this indictment, Regina set up Above and Beyond Behavioral Health Services in 2016 and submitted fake claims to Nevada Medicaid totaling $1.1 million. According to this indictment against her husband, Joe owned Chances Behavioral Health, and starting in 2017, fraudulent claims were also submitted to Medicaid. Prosecutors point to 4 wire transfers from the business account totaling more than $392,000.
Were patients definitely being seen at both of those?
Yes.
Yes, every day. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
all the services were rendered.
So then what do you think was the red flag for the investigators?
I can't tell you. We have no idea. We still don't to this day.
Prosecutors say services on this list billed for crisis intervention, psychotherapy, and alcohol and drug screening never happened, and that the Bryces used the tax dollars they received from Medicaid to live large. They had multiple properties. They ran a restaurant. A couple of doors down, they held services at their Narrow Path Ministries. By the time of this interview, though, homes and businesses were raided by the IRS and other agencies. Their place of worship and businesses were closed, and they filed for bankruptcy.
You have an $800,000 house in Las Vegas, $500,000 house in Henderson, $255,000 house in North Las Vegas. Was that money earned after the businesses were set up in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Regina admitted even with no formal healthcare background, it was easy to set up the healthcare businesses. She told us for less than $500, she obtained a healthcare provider ID, which is needed to bill for Medicaid. But according to documents obtained by the 8 News Now I-Team, Joe and Regina had criminal histories which they did not disclose on their applications. That's illegal. For Regina, the letter refers to convictions for a child abuse or neglect charge, assault or battery, and an offense involving a deadly weapon. For Joe, the letter refers to a drug conviction and a weapons charge.
We're not crooks. I've never been in trouble to steal it. I've never even stolen a penny candy in my life. I don't have a criminal record of stealing. I'm not a thief. I'm a woman of God.
Since the indictments against the Bryces, the I-Team requested a new interview with them, but the law firm representing them declined our request. The Bryces pleaded not guilty. They are not currently in custody, and defense attorneys and prosecutors have until October to file certain documents in federal court. We should also add the I-Team has learned there is a third unnamed defendant, but the case is sealed. Vanessa Murphy, Live Local Now.